Hello, I'm Tatiana Whitlock, Director of Training with AGirlandAGun, and it is my great pleasure to introduce you to Craig Smith for today's Instructor Spotlight. Craig Smith is the Director of Training of Immersive Training Solutions and a Special Operations Field Supervisor with Austin Travis Co. EMS, where he has served for the past 19 years. He is an instructor in a myriad of disciplines and holds instructor credentials with the Department of State Health and Human Services, as well as the National Association of Emergency Medical Services Educators. Craig has instructed numerous military, LEO, and government agencies in the Combat Lifesaver and TCCC curriculums while working with the Joint Operations Training Division within the U.S. Army Special Forces Group. Craig also serves as a rescue squad officer with Texas Task Force 1, USAR, and has made numerous local, state, and federal deployments. Welcome, Craig, and thank you for donating your time and knowledge to the AGirlandAGun community.
Thanks for having me.
So we have a lot of things that we can talk about, but I'd love for people to have an opportunity to learn a little bit about you and the type of experience they would have when coming to train with you.
Okay. So obviously, I have a pretty big medical background. I've also been a shooter my entire life. Grew up in the country shooting guns. My dad was big on safety as a kid, really kind of formed me into, a real safe, avid, firearms user. That caused me as I grew, and kind of technology changed and more things were available. I just kind of advanced my training, started taking classes. And then just because of my experience as an adult educator, I kind of migrated into that realm in the shooting side. I wanted to, give people the benefit of the training that I'd received, the experiences I'd had, working with military and law enforcement agencies and learning probably more than I taught from them, when we were having our experiences together. And so then, the opportunity came up for me to start kind of melding these two things together. And I started working with, responding with law enforcement agencies at work. And going to raids and going to EOD things and SWAT raids and stuff. And so, that just made me want to do it even more. And so what I try to do is I try to really focus on the human side and, having interactions with people in very stressful situations and on the worst days of their life. I have a pretty good insight into how humans, behave and react to things. And therefore I think my empathy and my sympathy are kind of up there, and I just want to help people. And, this is, being an instructor and kind of transferring my knowledge to other people is just one way to do that.
Absolutely. And you do a lot more than just on the range and square range work. You have access to a fantastic training system that really kind of bridges the gap for a lot of folks. And I find one of the big questions that women ask is, okay, so I have my carry permit, or I have this firearm for home defense, and I'm got my range skills, I've got my holster skills, I'm starting to become aware of what I need to know. But I'm not ready yet for force on force. It's scary. I haven't found the right outfit to train with yet, but I know I need to learn how to make good decisions, and where do I begin?
So that's, several years ago, we purchased a Virtual system, a V100 simulator. And what we realized was in the market, in handgun training and scenario training, and gun training period, there was a niche there, which these simulators have been purchased and utilized by military and law enforcement units for over 25 years. Verter has been in business that long, and they've been selling these systems. There's only 5 commercial systems in the world, and there's only one doing what we do, which is offer that opportunity to train in that high-speed simulator that's, again, been vetted and utilized in military and LEOs for civilians. So we provide that opportunity for people that want that entry-level training without all the intimidation factor. It's a controlled environment. We're not, buff, high-speed, 6-foot-tall Navy SEALs, running around doing crazy things, So we kind of offer a non-intimidating, non-discriminating environment where you can come in, and the simulator allows us to put you in real-life scenarios that are high-quality scripted scenarios created by the Force Science Institute to elicit certain responses. And so nothing's accidental, down to the color of the people's clothes that they're wearing. And it puts you in real life scenarios, ATMs, restaurants, car washes, courtrooms, malls, all these kinds of things just out in the street where you may have to make a decision to draw your weapon and defend your life or someone else's. And you've got three options when you're faced with a situation like that: fight, flight, or freeze. And the more scenarios you subject yourselves to, the more scenario training you get involved in, the better prepared you are to not get locked into that freeze category. Because if your brain doesn't have a file for someone pulling a gun or shooting or being violent towards you, then your propensity to freeze is going to be higher.
I absolutely agree. And all of the participants of ours who have worked with you at our conferences and events and have sought you out at your venue to train with that system have all had phenomenal things to say, and they have learned volumes of information and knowledge. So thank you for your contribution to the community and to the women's community specifically, because that is what A Girl and a Gun is all about. So for folks that are interested in seeking you out, finding out more about what it is you do and the programs that you offer, where can they go online to learn more?
So our website is immersivetrainingsolutions.com. There's an explanation of all the courses that we offer. Our training philosophy is very important to us. We're obviously a business. We like to make money, but one of our mission statements is that we will not let a student advance to a higher level of our curriculum until they are proficient at the lower level. So I will not take all of your money and sign you up for 3 classes. You've got to demonstrate proficiency at the basic before I let you do the intermediate. And that's just our pledge to make sure that we are not wasting people's time and wasting people's money. We have a YouTube channel. I'm not really sure the tag on that. Our Instagram is immersive_training_solutions. And we don't have a Twitter. So, but Facebook, Instagram, the website, we have our own YouTube channel. Just enter Immersive Training Solutions and all that stuff will come up.
Perfect. Well, thank you again, Craig, for joining us and for your contribution and dedication to bringing more women to the range. We look forward to having you join us at more Girl and a Gun events in the future.
Thank you.